students. Today in this lecture, we will learn about the language of social media. I am Dr. Vijeta, Assistant Professor from School of Journalism and Mass Communication, IMS, Noida. In this lecture, we will learn what is social media, categorization of social media, and the language of social media. Let us all know what is social media. Social media can be defined as umbrella term which assimilates various kinds of internet based sites and services that are meant to increase and promote social interactions between the individuals. Categories of social media. According to researchers Khan, Dimitriou, and Hooley, social media can be categorized into three parts: communications, collaboration, and multimedia. Categories of social media. Let us further define it. Services that fall under the communication category are used by people to maintain connections and relations. The examples include services such as Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. The services that people use to express themselves are counted under the category of collaboration. Examples are online journals, which have come to be known as blogs, such as LiveJournal, WordPress, and Blogger. Collaboration services are diverse as they can serve multiple purposes and can be used by any user to collect, add, or edit content using a web browser. For example, Wikipedia or Wikis. And as a part of this category, there are also social news sites such as Newswire and Reddit that allow anyone that signs up for their services to spread news that they feel are noteworthy. Finally, there are multimedia services which are often connected to entertainment services such as video sharing sites like YouTube and Vimeo. This category also include the streaming sites through which the users broadcast live content from their computers. The content originated in streaming can include anything from playing a game to what is known as a podcast, which is somewhat similar to the radio show, with the difference that it can also be used to showcase videos as well. The final category of the multimedia branch of social media is virtual worlds. This category includes online video game playing, and it can be referred to what is known as massive multiplayer online role playing games such as World of Warcraft, EverQuest, or Final Fantasy. Now, let us know how social media impacts language. With such a global user basis, social media has assumed the role of melting pot of languages used in different manners and for different purposes. This has resulted in the creation of an alternate dialect that, with its immediacy, favors real time communication, as for instance, the acronyms that are used in instant messages. A mixture of acronyms, abbreviations, and neologism has grown up around the technologically mediated communication to help us to be understood. Here, neologism is a newly coined term made up of existing words like unfriend, Twitteraholic, and pro-romance. Online language usage is full of these types of acronyms, along other methods to address a subject or call attention to something. An example of this phenomenon is hashtagging. Hashtagging uses the hashtag symbol to draw attention to an action or subject that people feel that should be paid attention to on social media. By hashtagging an image or a reference to an event, people actually succeed in creating trends on social media because it uses a symbol rather than a shortening of a sentence. Hashtagging tends to be used in the same manner in various languages. Social media impacts our language by altering the meaning of some of our vocabulary terms. Examples are the words like pinning, unfriend, retweet, or tagging, etc. The influence of these social media sites and platforms on our language is a true phenomena. It has managed to alter our vocabulary, increase the number of communications we have every day and the speed at which we have them, and leave us feeling a newfound responsibility to remain connected with the world at large. It is a matter of fact that the social media is transforming the way the language is looked at and used. Let's take Pinterest. For example, built to allow its users to mark and sort interesting new ideas, the social media platform has changed the way we view the words pin, pinning, and pinned. We know these words to be representative of a physical pin with which we are able to pin a project or paper to a corkboard. Here in the online world, pinning is descriptive of a similar concept just to a board that only exists digitally. We then hear our social media cohorts saying like, check out my pin or I was pinning this morning while I had my coffee. Friended and unfriended are the two examples of the words that have been given a new meaning due to their usage online. It is also appropriating existing vocabulary. One of the most notable ways that social media has influenced the English language is through the appropriation of the existing vocabulary. Words that had existing meanings have now been given other meanings in an online context, which then spills over into verbal communication. Years ago, if somebody said that the word wall to you, you might think of the ones in your house or the ones outside in the street. However, in a social media context, the word wall refers to the homepage of your social media profile where you can share aspects of your life or work in a public forum. A few other words which have been repurposed for the social media include tablet, which is used to refer to the portable screens, troll, which is a term used to describe an internet user who seeks attention by making outrageous or unreasonable comments about something or someone, streaming, which is the transmission of data as a steady continuous flow, catfish, which is a term used to refer to an internet user who poses as someone other than themselves online. Social media also introduces new vocabulary. Just as the social media alters the usage of our language, so too does it introduce new usage and vocabulary. With the need for quick and concise language and communications online, full verb phrases have become common acronyms that are now used in everyday settings and not just online. Social media increases the volume and speed of daily communications. So, with the introduction of the verb phrase acronyms in the modern technology, daily communications are also able to cut down on the number of words and characters used to accurately hold a conversation. Some of the most popular social media sites limit the number of characters you can use in a post. Twitter, for example, limits the tweet to 140 characters, thus pushing its users to become more adept at saying what they want or need to say with fewer words. Then it also develops laziness in writing. Emoticons are representation of facial expressions such as a smile or frown formed by various combinations of keyboard characters and used to convey what the user is feeling or to express the intended tone without actually having to write it. It also reappropriates the existing words. Another curious phenomena we have seen in the recent years is the reappropriation of the existing words and the words based on the brands to refer primarily to their social media context. Reappropriation is the cultural process by which a group claims words that were previously used in certain way and gives them a new meaning. It also causes a generational language gap. In a recent study of 2000 parents conducted by Samsung, 86% of the participants said that they felt teens and young people spoke an entirely different language on social media. According to the study, there is now a seismic generational gap regarding how modern informal language is being used. The study was carried out by the professor John Sutherland at University College London, who is the UK's leading English expert. He also claims that the rise of emoji could be the next phase in language and communications. So, this is the way language is being impacted by the social media. Thanks for listening to this lecture.